Hello dear friends! The sequel of the cartoon Puss in Boots: The Last Wish has just been released, so it's time to update and complement the evolution with this fearless, red-haired and fluffy, hyper-sweet superhero from DreamWorks studio. For the first time, Puss in Boots appeared in the 2004 cartoon Shrek 2. Here he turns out to be a killer hired by the king to deal with a giant. The cat takes an order to kill, however meeting an ogre in the forest fails the task. Shrek disarms the cat but leaves him alive. As a sign of gratitude, the would-be killer, with the help of his hyper-mercy, persuades Shrek and the donkey to allow them to accompany them. In the same year, the cat appears in the short film Far, Far Away Idol. This is a parody of the popular TV show American Idol. Various fairy tale characters take part in the competition for the best performer of the Kingdom of Far, Far Away. And of course the main characters are Shrek, Fiona, Donkey and Puss in Boots, who performed a cheek dance with his boots along with the song.
Something that you can love. Gonna walk all over you.
In 2007, the cartoon Shrek the Third was released, in which after the death of King Harold the Frog, Shrek refuses to ascend the throne and therefore goes in search of Harold's nephew, Arthur Artie Pendragon. In this, he is held by his faithful friends Donkey and Puss in Boots. Altogether, they bring Artie to the kingdom.
Hey!
In the same year, Puss in Boots along with Shrek and friends appears in the short film Shrek the Halls. The main character decides to arrange a real Christmas for his family. To do this, he uses the book Christmas for Village Idiots, and after reading it, decorates his house beyond recognition with garlands and lanterns. However, just before the holiday, all his friends descended.
We're here to smother you with Christmas love!
Absolutely not. I will assume the position.
In 2010, the next cartoon about the Green Ogre is released, Shrek Forever After. Here the main character finds himself in an alternate reality, where he has no wife, no children, no friends. And Fiona is the leader of the ogre tribe, outlawed by whom our Puss in Boots lives. In this world he got fat, got lazy, and before meeting Shrek, was quite happy with the role of
I
a
may have
bat.
let myself go a little since retirement. Hanging up my sword was the best decision of my life. I'll get him later.
Oh, Puss, what have I done to you? You've gone soft.
In the same year, the cat appears in the short film Scared Shrekless, created for Halloween. Shrek's friends are trying to scare him, but they can't do it. After which Shrek and his friends decided to arrange a contest for the scariest Halloween story. One of which was a continuous rivalry between a donkey and Puss in Boots, where they, knowing each other's greatest fears, embody them into a story, interrupt, and do not let each other tell the story, while constantly telling their versions, according to them, of the real story.
That's right. It was all a dream.
You mean a nightmare? You know you're on the ceiling, right?
Next, Puss in Boots appears in the short film Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular, where Shrek's chatty friends decides to arrange a tournament of musical compositions. Each participant had to start and amuse the whole audience. The cat sang and danced as usual.
Ogre roar now! Shake the rafters loud! No trim the tree! What's a cat time? What's a hat time? That's a fairy tale! That's a fairy tale roar!
In 2011, Puss in Boots was seen in the short film Thriller Night. In another horror story, Shrek and his friends encounter a whole company of dead people from the cemetery, including characters from all 4 full-length cartoons about Shrek. The ogre doesn't have time to come to his senses, as well as Fiona, the donkey and the cat also become zombies, after which they all start dancing together.
Puss? Donkey!
In the same year, the solo movie of Puss in Boots was presented, which is a spin-off of the cartoon series Shrek and a prequel to the story started in the movie Shrek 2. Here is the story of Puss in Boots before his acquaintance with Shrek, which turns out to have begun with the orphanage, where he met and became friends with Humpty Dumpty and even managed to save him from Bluebird's grandson and his supporters. Many years later, fate brings them together again. In 2012, the cartoon Puss in Boots: The Three Diablos was presented, the events of which take place a few days after the adventures with the golden goose from the full-length cartoon. The cat goes in search of a ruby stolen from the crown of the princess, and three small and seemingly harmless kittens, two boys and a girl, were given to help him, about whom they say that they're real devils. In 2015, the red-haired hero gets his own TV series The Adventures of Puss in Boots. Its plot revolves around a cat who tries to protect the previously hidden city of San Lorenzo from an endless legion of invaders. The actions of Puss in Boots accidentally destroys the spell that protected the legendary mystical treasure of the city from the outside world, so he must also find a way to restore the protective enchantment that will hide the city again.
We are going to give Puss the kind of adventure he's been missing right here in town!
In 2016, a short series Epic Cat Battles with Puss in Boots was released, in which our cute hero tells about his many battles and accordingly victories, because he never gives up and doesn't lose.
And bat it!
In 2017, a short cartoon Puss in Book Trapped in an Epic Tale was presented. This time the fearless hero got into a magic book, which is controlled by a vile storyteller. Well, the video ends with the last appearance of the red-haired hero in the full-length cartoon Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was released in November 2022. Here the cat learns that he is only one life after he has spent all the previous 8. And after losing the duel and giving his sword to the wolf with the black hood, which turned out to be death itself, the cat decides to retire. However, after learning that there is an opportunity to return all their lives, the mustachioed and now bearded hero returns.